Your philosophy should evolve with you. And if you learn new information, let that belief evolve. Let it serve you and your goals. Hello everyone, happy Thursday and welcome to our daily ritual. I'm Reese Brown with the Cohere Collective, and today we are focusing on the fourth pillar of coherence, which is philosophy that manifests as our values. This is an offered intention, an offered focus. It's what I will be using to focus the energy going into today's ritual. But of course, if there is anything else that you are working on, would like to focus on, or bring into today's session, please do so. Okay, to get us started, I'm going to light some Palo Santo for a little smoke cleanse. And as I do so, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your vision and begin to gently deepen your breath. As your breath deepens, become aware of the present moment and where you are in space. Thoughts may arise during this time, and just notice them. You can notice how you're feeling, thoughts that arise about different sensations in the body, emotional states, mental states. Just see them, feel them, and then let them pass in their own time, like a cloud in the sky. The wind will gently take them away when they're ready to go. For these next few minutes, I want you to allow this piece to carry through, to permeate these next few minutes for you. Whatever you need from these next few minutes, give yourself the permission to cultivate that, to take what you need from these next few minutes. They are for you. Here in a moment, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath with me. And when we do so, I want you to make it the deepest breath of the day so far. Okay. Whenever your breathing pattern allows, take that deep breath in. And exhale. And tune in to the collective, to everyone that is joining you here in this piece across space and time, sharing this breath and sharing this ritual. Slowly, you can allow your breathing to return to a more natural rhythm. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. I think my neighbors are baking cookies because I just got a whiff of something delicious, and I am so tempted to go knock on their door after this. It smells so good. Okay, I am going to start shuffling our cards for today, and as I do so, I invite you to call back in this theme of philosophy, of values, and anything else that you may have called in as a focus for today. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. We have two cards today, a lot of masculine energy. First card is the King of Pentacles. And this king is sitting on a very ornate throne with a very ornate robe that I believe is grapes on it. Yes, it looks like grapes. And on the throne, these two heads of rams. And he's holding one pentacle in his hand and a castle behind him on one side and some nature on the other side. And it's just very, looking at this card, it's a busy card. It's full, right? And our other card is the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant is the marriage of intellectual wisdom as well as spiritual wisdom. It's the marriage of leadership and following. It is the marriage of church and state. And to get these two cards on today, our theme of philosophy and values, this feels like a reminder of our power over our lived reality, right? A Bible verse just came to mind. I've been watching a lot of Alex O'Connor, who is a wonderful YouTuber who has a podcast called Within Reason that discusses all sorts of lovely philosophical concepts, but he's also a biblical scholar. A lot of his philosophy interest is in the Bible, its historicity, its Christology, all of that good stuff. And there's this Bible verse that a lot of people use as a way to say, look, Jesus is claiming to be God here, which is one interpretation of it. But the other interpretation of it is that Jesus is saying, hey, we're all human beings. And there's a lot of nuance that I won't get into this in this video because that is not my expertise. I'll link a video down below where Alex discusses it and maybe a few other resources. So if you're interested in that specifically, you can look into it. But this verse is where Jesus does some sort of work on the Sabbath. And the Sabbath is this holy day that is supposed to be a day of rest. And Jesus is kind of called out for doing work on the Sabbath and being like, why are you doing work on the Sabbath? Like, this is the day that God said we were supposed to rest and not do work. Like, what are you doing? And Jesus says, hey, the Sabbath was made for us, not us for the Sabbath. Like, the Sabbath serves humans, not the other way around. So if the Sabbath isn't working for us, then we don't have to abide by it. And that's what this King of Pentacles and Hierophant in reverse is making me think of, that it's like, hey, this earthly world, these systems and structures that we've created, the order of operations of life, our philosophy, right? Our values, the way we live, are there to serve you. They're there to make your life better, more enjoyable, easier, more loving, kinder. And if a philosophy or a value isn't serving you in that way anymore, you don't have to abide by it. It is an invention of the human mind that we came up with to try and make ourselves, to try and enhance human flourishing, right? If it is now detracting from human flourishing, that's no longer a productive value. You are the ruler of this earthly state, not the other way around. And the Hierophant in reverse, we see the two crossed keys at the bottom of the Hierophant, which is, of course, the key of spirit and the key of governance, but also the key with the power to loose and the key with the power to bind. It's very much these kind of dualistic energies coming together. And it's kind of saying, you know, we don't have to always strike a perfect balance. No, that's not exactly right. It's saying we don't have to always abide by the history and the tradition of something just because that's the way it's been done. The Hierophant is a master of culture, of wisdom, of knowledge, and using it to rule, using it to guide, using it to govern. And if these policies don't work anymore, Hierophant in reverse, ditch them, right? It's like if you have this belief that, I'm trying to think of one, okay, this is maybe a good analogy. In the nutrition world, there's a lot of back and forth about fats, right? And if you want to really be healthy, you should cut down on fats. But now, recently, we've come into more understanding about, our body really needing healthy fats to work properly. Like the myelin sheath around our neurons is made up of lipids. We really need healthy fats in order to be mentally and emotionally active, and our muscles need fats to have energy. But the fats that we find in avocados and nuts and, really healthy oils is different than highly processed oils and the fats that we find in, chips and sugars and all of that sort of stuff. So as this belief changed, as we realized, oh, it's not just that fats are bad, it's that some fats are bad, but some really help us with these other things. We ditched that old belief because we learned new information and it actually doesn't serve us the way we thought it did. It did for a while, right? Thinking we should cut down on fats isn't a wrong belief, isn't a bad belief, but it's evolved as we've learned more. And that's what this is a message of. Your philosophy should evolve with you. And if you learn new information, let that belief evolve. Let it become complex. Let it serve you and your goals. To move into our mantra today, inspired by our theme of philosophy that manifests as values and the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant in reverse, our mantra is going to be, I craft my philosophy to serve my growth. Because that is a part of this journey as we develop personal life philosophies and as we consider which concepts and practices we want to integrate. Different ones are going to work for different people based on their goals, but also based on their constitution and their psychology, right? Someone could have the same goal but need an extremely different way of approaching it in order to get there. So knowing you, who you are as an individual, let these things be crafted. Not let them be crafted. Do the act of crafting to let them serve you. You are the master of these things, not the other way around. Okay, here in a moment, I am going to invite you to take a deep breath with me. And on the exhale, we will repeat this mantra of I craft my philosophy to serve my growth. Okay, whenever you're ready, take that deep breath in. And exhale, repeating our mantra, I craft my philosophy to serve my growth. For our practice today, think about something that's no longer serving you, right? We all have beliefs that are outdated, that are maybe wedged in there, that we didn't even realize was kind of an old operating system that was running in the back, causing some bugs because we weren't really paying attention to it. Again, whatever process of this self-discovery works well for you, whether that's journaling, meditation, going for a walk, washing the dishes and just letting your mind wander, having a conversation, talking to yourself, however this looks for you, do that work with this in mind. What is a belief that no longer serves me? What is a belief for an old operating system that may be holding me back, that maybe is starting to have a lot of pop-ups and a lot of bugs and hasn't really been updated recently that we need to go back to and reevaluate? And you do not have to do all of this reevaluation, reinvention today. That is too much for one day. But I do think one good task for today is just identify, bring awareness to one area that you can begin over the next few months to look at, to work on, to continue to allow to evolve and change as you evolve and change. Your philosophy needs to evolve with you and with the world. Thank you all so very much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's ritual. If you did, please share it with someone else that you think might enjoy it or could use this message today. And let me know in the comments what this old belief is that is no longer serving you. I've been really returning to my Christian deconstruction recently / reconstructive spiritual process, and about how those things still have a couple old systems that operate in the background. A lot of this like self-love work, it's like, whoa, I still, maybe I cut out the bulk of this operating system, but there are still some wires from that one that I've built some other things with that I need to look at and try and recalibrate those. So calling the mind's awareness to that can be really, really helpful for this growth. But let me know what that is for you down in the comments if you feel comfortable sharing, of course. Thank you again for being here with me today, for being such a big part of my philosophy of what's important to me and allowing me to live out my values here with you. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow. Our Daily Ritual is a podcast by the Cohere Collective, here to help build purpose and coherence into your daily routine. Every time I wear a t-shirt now, it makes me want to do that when I say the word coherence. Wherever you are listening or watching, please subscribe, follow, hit that like button, leave us a 5-star rating and a review, comment down below, engage, share, all of these things. Sprinkle some magic on the algorithm for me to hopefully share this with other people that would enjoy and gain use out of this message. A big thank you to Podington Bear for our Daily Rituals theme music, and as always, I hope you feel like you are living more coherently. Until next time, love.